Homeland Security Acquisition Regulation 3052 Solicitation Provision Contract Clauses. And let's just go over the list because they've been mentioned in the body of the text. So we'll start with this. Instruction unit using provision clauses using Part 3052 text of provision clauses and instruction contractor closure violations. 204.70 Reserve, 204.71 Contractor Employee Access, 204.72 Safeguarding Controlled and Classified Information, 204.73 Notification Crediting Monitoring Requiring Personal Identifiable Information Credentials, 205.70 Environment Public Award Release, 209.70 Prohibition Contracts of Corporate Expertise, 209.71, 209.72 Organizational Conflict of Interest, 209.73 Limitation of Future Contracting, 209.74 Limitation Contracting Action Leads and Integrators, 209.75 Prohibited Financial Interest Lead System Integrators, 209.76 Federal Protective Service Guard Service Contract Business Contract concerns uncontrolled operated individual convicted felon index of specifications conflicts, contract terms and conditions applicable to the Department of Homeland Security, acquisition of commercial items, key personnel to facilities, valuation of other subjects to the economic price adjustment clause, termination award fee, performance evaluation plan, distribution award fee, set of letter contract delivering ship to vessel, performance, U.S. Coast Guard, inspection manner of doing work, U.S. Coast Guard, subcontracts, U.S. Coast Guard, lay days, U.S. Coast Guard, liability insurance, U.S. Coast Guard, title, U.S. Coast Guard, discharge lien, U.S. Coast Guard, delay, U.S. Coast Guard, Department of Labor, Safety, Health, Regulation, Ship Repairing, U.S. Coast Guard, guarantee, U.S. Coast Guard, Department of Homeland Security, Mente Program, Protege Program, evaluation, primary contractor participation, Department of Homeland Security, Mentor Protege Program, strike picketing affecting timeline, contract completion of contract when striking picketing access to the Department of Homeland Security activity facility, local hire, U.S. Coast Guard, removal of disposal of hazardous substance, applicable license and permits, accidental fire and reporting, U.S. Coast Guard requirements, certain domestic commodities, insurance notification, Miller Act payment, bond protection, U.S. Coast Guard, loss of damage, leased aircraft, U.S. Coast Guard, fair market value, U.S. Air Coast Guard, risk identities, U.S. Coast Guard, pre-contract costs, dissemination information, educational institutions, special precautions of war, working, operating airports, reserve contracting officer representative, original information, original FOB, original information, FOB designation, destination only, and contractual termination, U.S. Coast Guard. And we'll cut the tape there.